Crossovers are all the rage. Just look at Subaru's success with its XV Crosstrek. They can't keep those things in stock. So it was only a matter of time before Mazda joined the party. Introducing this. It's the 2016 CX-3. It's based on the Mazda 3 chassis, which makes it a smaller alternative to the larger CX-5. Let's take a look and see how it comes together.
Under the hood is Mazda's 2-liter Skyactiv G engine. It puts out 146 horsepower through a 6-speed automatic transmission. Both front-wheel and all-wheel drive versions are available. The trunk features a false floor, and beneath that is a spare with an optional Bose subwoofer. Since this is a compact crossover, space is good, but limited by basic geometry. The second row folds down for larger hauling duties. In this state, you can easily fit a few golf bags, IKEA boxes, or kitty carriers. So far, Mazda is getting the formula right. Now, let's move to the cabin.
So this is the 2016 Mazda 3 on the inside. Right off the bat, the fabrics, the materials, a big step up for Mazda. We have this leather insert right here. We have these really nicely crafted vents, and then the steering wheel with a leather wrapping and little faux carbon fiber wings. It's all very, very nicely done. And these seats, let me talk about these seats. They are two different materials. We have contrast stitching. There's some gray stitching and some red stitching. And then there's some dark gray stitching down here. I mean, they've really focused on the details. Even down here, the shifter boot has two different colors of leather in it. Very nice. This being a Grand Touring, it comes with a proximity sensor key. All I have to do is hit the button. Oh, check that out. This has Mazda's HUD system. That will show me current speed as well as some other information, such as radar distance cruise control, which is kind of cool. That is an option on this vehicle. The gauge cluster is really nice. In the middle, we have this really large tachometer with a speedo nestled in the corner, and then it's flanked on either side with multi-functions. But one of the real stars of this interior is this 7-inch color display. Now, I control it either through touchscreen up here, which is really neat, or I can control it down here. When I'm driving, the touchscreen is disabled, but I can still use the knob, which is really neat. Anyway, this is Mazda's Connect system, and it provides all the functionality you would expect in a modern car. Specifically, I have communication, entertainment, applications, and navigation. Now, the really cool thing about this system is it is available on every single CX-3, from the entry-level Sport all the way up to the Grand Touring. Now, navigation is not automatically included, however. That is an extra $400 or $500 from the dealer. But they all have the same screen, and they also all have a rear view camera, which is really cool. That's Mazda getting ahead of the game before they become federally mandated. Most other manufacturers are still charging extra for that, and they should include it free at this point, in my opinion. Now, we have to touch on the all-wheel drive system because it's kind of important. What this particular system does is it takes what Mazda designed for the CX-5 SUV, and they've actually enhanced it. The all-wheel drive system will actually pull data from steering input, from brake input, whether your wipers are on. It'll pick up all the different sensors within the vehicle to give it a sense of what's going on in the environment that the vehicle is in. Now, to get the 2-liter Mazda Skyactiv G motor to fit into such a small chassis, they did have to make some changes. The traditional 421 header had to be modified with new packaging. They also had to modify the 6-speed automatic transmission and make it small enough to fit in the vehicle. Basically, they did a ton of engineering to make this smaller crossover even possible. It is not just off-the-shelf components, and it's not just a lifted Mazda 2 or a lifted Mazda 3. It fits somewhere in the middle. That goes to show that they put a lot of engineering into this vehicle. Now the big question is does that engineering pay off once we're on the road? Let's find out.
Mazda is a company known for its ability to make every car handle like a sports car, or at least as close as is reasonable. And boy, was this car a startling amount of fun on the open road. It turns on a dime and has perhaps the best road feel of any vehicle in this growing category. The optional all-wheel drive will even help you steer around the corners as it pushes power to all four corners, optimizing performance handling. The one criticism we can level is the power. When equipped with all-wheel drive and all the extras, it can feel a tad sluggish to get into the upper part of the speedometer. But there is an upside to this. The CX-3 with all-wheel drive scores an EPA rating of 32 miles to the gallon on the highway, 27 around town. If front-wheel drive is your thing, you're looking at a class-leading 35 miles to the gallon on the highway, 29 on the city. So it drives great, has upscale features, and has class-leading economy. Not bad for a car that starts at just under $20,000. That's right, $20,000. Overall, the new CX-3 is a small crossover you don't want to miss. For more information on Mazda's 2016 lineup, visit AutoNation.com. I'm your host, Ryan Douthit. Thanks for watching.